the winner. Everybody's got this team, but me and Khalid pretty much going to tell you what it is. Outside of Sora, Sora chose somebody different.
I need to see who this is and catch it.
Clemson. Yeah, just give us the lowdown, man. Like, I don't see how they just don't come in and are a borderline team, a borderline top 4 team this year.
Yeah. Dude, they're absolutely stacked. Okay, so first of all, on offense, right? Okay, running back is the one position where they actually have to figure stuff out. But when you look at 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗃 and the way that he finished this past season in his hometown of Austin against Texas in the secondary they had, that gives you all the hope you need to realize, that Clemson is going to be a national title contender in 2025. 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗃 is going to be a first overall pick contender by the time the draft rolls around in April. And he returns his top 3 receivers, 2 of whom were freshmen this past season, right? So you return in the slot Antonio Williams and outside Bryant Wesco Jr. and TJ Moore. You return all of your receivers. You only lose your tight end Jake Brittingstool and your running back and 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃, right? But you return your top receivers and most of your offensive line. Then on the defense, right? Clemson has always had good, gritty, deep defenses. Sammy Brown at linebacker, very young former 5-star. He's a budding star, right? Arian Hampton out at cornerback, another young guy, and Avion Terrell as well. 2 young up-and-coming cornerbacks. I think, Hampton more so on the young side, but Terrell being the younger brother of A.J. Terrell, former or current Atlanta Falcon, former Clemson product.
Yep.
And on the defensive line, T.J. Parker, right? Peter Woods, all these guys who, former 5-star guys who are producing at a high level, playing at a high level, and they're all running it back for another year. This team is built to win a national championship this year. I don't know if they can. I don't think they're built to, at least as of now, I don't think they're built to win in 2026. Right? Who's going to be the guy after 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗃? It took them, it took them a few years to get their feet underneath them after Trevor Lawrence left, right? So who's going to be the quarterback? I'm not so sure. Most of those guys on defense who I named, right? Woods, Parker, Terrell, draft eligible.
Mm-hmm.
And then Antonio Williams, also draft eligible. A lot of this offensive line will very soon be, gone as well. So Clemson's championship window is over. Okay, I shouldn't say that. That's quite drastic. They're all in on this year, right? If they were sitting at the poker table, they're going all in on 2025. Oh, and that's right. One of the biggest things that Dabo did going into this year was he started to utilize the portal rather than just letting the portal be something that hurts him. He decided, hey,
he got 3.
He just realized the same thing I've been saying. He said, I got to go all in. I got to put all my chips down and go all in on 2025. So he went out to Purdue and he nabbed defensive end Will Held. Great player, by the way. I wanted him out of the portal as well. He went out there and grabbed him from Purdue. Defensive line gets even deeper, right? I don't want to steal all your thunder, so I'm about to wrap up. But look, Clemson is built to win across the board. And when you have a star quarterback who returns his top 3 receivers, all of whom are very different in how they play, and your defense is experienced at all 3 levels and very talented and deep again at all 3 levels, that is a national championship recipe. It is. So for me, I don't only view Clemson as, ACC frontrunners. Right now, I view them as a top 3 or 4 team in the entire country. I think that Clemson is going to be that good.
I wanted to say one thing, man. Gideon Davidson is probably going to be their starter this year as a true freshman. Yes. The kid from Lynchburg, Virginia.
I didn't remember his name, so I didn't want to bring it up because I I need to know names, but yes, I know who you're talking about.
They've been raving about it
very highly about him.
Yeah, bro, and he's going to be incredible if he can do exactly what he did in high school. Dude averaged like 11 yards per carry. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's a walking touchdown. It's not even that. The thing that I'm impressed about that he actually did was utilize the portal, and he kind of dropped everything on everybody, bro, when he went and did this move. He said, I'm going to go to Southeast Missouri State, and I'm going to get Tristan Smith, a wide receiver, 6'5", 205 pounds, that had pretty much 1,000 yards last year, averaging like 13, 14 yards a catch.
Jeez. You said he's 6'5"? 6'5".
Yeah. 6'5", 205, right? Why would you go to Southeast Missouri State unless you really believed in that kid? And he gives you a different dynamic than the rest of these guys. I mean, again, Antonio Williams is like the do-it-all guy, still 5'11". Bryant Wesco, 6'2", who's obviously your superstar wide receiver, right?
Burner.
And your burner. And then I think, look, coming out of Tampa Catholic, TJ Moore, I heard a lot about this dude from a lot of my friends. And I know a couple NFL guys that are already scouting this dude. Like, they think that he's going to have a huge year. And I'm like, the guy has.
Surprised.
I was like, this guy does not even have a stat sheet. What are you talking about? They say go watch his high school highlights. There's a reason why he didn't start last year. They are putting Steve Rogers with the super soldier serum, 6'3", 200 pounds. So it's like you have 5'11", 6'2", 6'3", 6'5". All these guys are burners. And you have Gideon Davidson, who's a burner. And you're going to have 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 throwing them the rock.
Yeah.
And they're all fairly, like, all of these dudes are, like, that he's going to be throwing to are fairly young. And they're just going to get better and better and better. Offensive line is going to be good under their, you know, this will be their fourth year under 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, third year under 𝗕𝘂𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀?
Third full year, because his first year he was like in a timeshare with DJ
𝙎𝙤𝙡𝙎𝙬𝗓𝗓, yep. Clemson is gonna put belt to ass on everybody. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that are high on Clemson, and man, I was telling people about Cade, man. I had to pull back the film 2 years ago, even when Sora and when Fishing was part of the show, and everybody, I don't understand what you see, Cake. I'm so glad that I went back and I broke the film down. I was like, it was the game against South Carolina, and I was like, there's something to this kid. I don't know what it is, but these arm angles are ridiculous. He's throwing backside a lot. What's going on? I understand he overthrows some people, but that could be adjusted. And I said, ooh, if Mr. Riley can get this, if he can get this working for Cade, he's going to have an incredible year. He did. He dialed it out for him. Bryant Wesco Jr. was a dream. Antonio Williams was fairly healthy all year long. And they was putting belt to ass on people in there. It just is what it is. Yes, it is going to be different, though. It will be. Phil Maffa is definitely going to be missed, just like when Will Shipley wasn't there. He definitely was missed, giving them that thunder and lightning dynamic that they had. But if Davidson Gideon, I feel like he's the X factor. If Davidson Gideon can be everything that Dabo thinks he can be, there's nobody that's going to be able to touch him in the ACC. They won't. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous for them to be stopped this year. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Can't say enough good things about them. Don also has Clemson. Sora has SMU. I guess he's a Kevin Jennings lover, man.
I have very mixed feelings about SMU this year. I would love for them to win it. You know, they're that kind of team who when they win it, or if they did, it's like, oh, it's a feel good story. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'd love to hear why, because I think that they have some good pieces, but I don't know if they're quite ready yet.
I know Tyler Van Dyke transferred there, and who's the dude that was at Miami? He's a son of a player. Chris Johnson Jr. He's there now too.
Oh, running back?
Yeah.
That's good, because losing Brashard Smith could be big.
Losing Brashard Smith and the other dude that transferred there from Miami, Jalen Knighton, are not there no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. See if they can follow up. I don't know. It's gonna be pretty difficult because I mean, even Florida State's interesting this year, right? I mean, you go 13-0 to, you know, having a ton of losses on your schedule last year to Cal lost a lot in the draft. Dan Fernando Mendoza, Boston College, they lost everything. Georgia Tech is probably one that we should have put our finger on too. I want to
dark horse.
They're a dark horse for sure. They're a dark horse for sure. Your boys out at Pittsburgh did their thing last year too. You know,
and they're returning most of their guys, at least like the key ones, like Desmond Reed at running back and Eli Holstein at quarterback. Pitt's going to be a dangerous team, which is why, you know, when I talk about some of these schedules in the ACC that Miami, Louisville, and SMU have, it's going to get tough. I'd be surprised if any team outside of Clemson made it out of their regular season schedule undefeated. I would be surprised straight up. So, or even just with one loss, that's even unlikely.
And to be honest, man, with Bill Belichick and what they're going to do out there, I understand getting Gio Lopez and the highs are really freaking high right now. But name a receiver on their team.
I couldn't even do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to have a new running back. Davian Gauss is going to be their new guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what they're going to look like. I have no idea what they're going to look like. And it's too many variables to even throw in there how good that they're going to be. I mean, one team, if Manny Diaz puts it all together, is definitely Darian Mensah and the Duke Blue Devils. Like, we talked about this before. Why did Darian go there out of any other school? I mean, obviously it sounds like
it was a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. It was a lot of money, first of all. And he probably is thinking beyond football. And is probably a really smart dude at the end of the day.
Great education,
you're not getting into Duke being a dumbass.
No.
Not saying that any of these guys are dumb, because Austin Simmons just graduated at 19 from Ole Miss. So.
Yeah. But still,
it's one of the, I think he's preparing for his future outside of football just in case, which I can't knock you, bro. I mean, you gonna go play with Manny Diaz too? Manny's good, you know. He was still 9-3 last year. People tend to forget about that. They did not leave after what's his name left. They did not literally they didn't put their foot off the gas. Like 9-3 with a new coach in Duke.
Yeah, after Elko left. Yeah.
How the hell did they not or we're not in a conversation of like anything? I don't know. That's a conversation we need to come and revisit, I guess.
Yeah.
But they get Andrell Anthony coming over from Oklahoma. So that's going to be nice. He went from Michigan to Oklahoma, and now he's at Duke. My, the mighty have fallen, but you get at least a guy that's done a lot of stuff. Then they get Cooper Barkate, transfers over from Harvard, who actually went to Mater Dei. So another smart.
Oh, no way.
Yep. Another smart guy there. I know I can gush all over Duke, man. I think they're going to be a pretty good team as well. And Jason has Clemson as well. See, Jason knows ball.
Yes, sir.
ECG one, overwhelmingly, we have Clemson winning the ACC with whatchamacallits being backups, our runner-ups, Miami.